The best way to learn any new language is through real-world practice. However, for many of us, this is not always a possibility. And speaking from personal experience, this can also be rather scary. So how can you experience the benefits of speaking with the locals in a far less intimidating way? Well, it turns out there's an app for that, one which happens to be called Ling. I had recently tried out Ling and I found it to become quite addicting due to its immersive and example-based learning approach, especially near the end of each lesson when you are thrown into a conversation which forces you to use what you had just learned, which can be rather rewarding when you can keep up, that is.
あなたはどこから来ましたか?
私はドイツから来ました。So if you're looking to bring some life back into your practice, which in my opinion is what this app is truly best at, this may be a good option for you. However, I understand that my opinion doesn't really matter. Yours does. So if you're at all curious about this app, at least allow me to open it up, show you what you can expect on the inside, and if at any point during this review you find yourself wanting to try the app out yourself, this is why I've included a link in the description below that'll take you directly to where you can download the app and get started. But for now, prepare to enjoy seeing all that Ling has to offer. Let's get started by looking at the lesson plan, which includes up to 50 units all organized by skill level. Now here you'll find lessons taking you from beginner all the way to expert. Now clearly this curriculum is rather large, so if at any point you're looking for something specific along the way, a nice tool to use is the search bar above. This will allow you to find what you're looking for quickly and easily. Now once you enter a unit to begin learning, you can either choose to engage in a handful of lessons, practice speaking through a variety of example phrases, learn and practice how to write new characters with or without guided instructions, and of course, take an exam that will allow you to review everything taught within the current unit. Now if you wish to reflect upon anything specifically after completing the lessons, there's also a dedicated review section allowing you to study the key vocabulary, grammar, and conversations that you had experienced throughout the unit so far. This is also a great place to practice reading Japanese characters by turning on and off the English translations and the Romaji lettering to purely read in Japanese only. Now, the best part, when it comes to the actual gameplay experience, you can expect a variety of multiple choice questions, matching cards English to Japanese, building new sentences by filling in the blanks, and of course, spelling out new words using Romaji. Or, if you feel ready, you can easily swap to using kana to type out new words instead, which is a very nice option that will allow you to practice using the new writing systems anytime you want. Now, one thing to mention regarding gameplay in terms of what not to expect is much help along the way. But have no fear, if you do get absolutely stuck, you can always resort to using hints, which will help fill in some blanks for you, hopefully helping you piece together the rest of the phrase for yourself. Now in regards to how each lesson progresses and what you can expect through gameplay, you'll first generally start out by learning some new vocabulary. Now you'll see it by itself, along with an example of how it's used within a sentence right below, which is quite nice. And when it comes to grammar, you are mostly learning through examples and conversational scenarios along the way. However, when key points do need to be addressed, such as conjugations or forms of sentence enders, instructional guides will pop up during gameplay, helping to guide you along as each lesson progresses. All of this leads you up to eventually complete each lesson through a dynamic real-world conversation with your fellow monkey friend. Now, throughout these chatting experiences, you first have the opportunity to listen and read along the dialogue to see how well you can keep up. Personally, I love trying to follow along with Japanese only first, then afterwards I will turn on the translations for review. Once you're ready to move on, you then get the chance to participate within the conversation by filling in the blanks to complete the dialogue. Now I really enjoy this aspect of each lesson as it really increases my engagement and actually makes me feel like I'm talking with someone in Japanese and I somewhat know what I'm doing. Now, although this whole chat system is quite exciting and rather effective, playing through the same conversation again and again can get rather boring. Yet the only way to actually get better is to engage in conversation repetitively. So how can we keep things fresh here? Well, This is where the whole Chatbot feature comes in. And by navigating to the Chatbot tab below, located on the main learning page, you will have access to a list of conversations that you can engage in for practice. And what's great about this section is the conversation experience here is much more dynamic. For example, you're not only limited to one possible response here. Each conversation allows you to select between a variety of responses to guide the conversation in a few different directions. On top of this, not only can you simply select a response, you can also choose to speak the response by hitting the audio button rather than hitting that send message button. Watashi no namae wa Tomu desu. If you ever get stuck throughout this conversation, you can always choose to show translations or show or hide the romaji for you advanced or beginner folks. Now, another detail worth mentioning here is how each response option will show you the formality so that you can get more familiar with how this works in Japanese, which is quite important. In my opinion, when it comes to practicing and reviewing, the Chatbot feature is a clear winner. However, if you wish to engage in a simple method of practice at random, you can also enter the review mode to try out a series of random questions that will quickly test you on everything learned so far, keeping your attention sharp and yourself from getting bored. Very important. And now that you know all the ways to play this app, how about tracking your progress? Now, by going down to the Profile tab below, you can see at any point your banana count, very important of course, your fluency rating, days on streak, overall score, and how you shape up on the leaderboards. There's also a fun achievement tab where you can see what goals you've hit and what goals are left to achieve as you continue to play your way through this beast of an app. So there you have it, the app Ling and all that it has to offer. Well, all that I know about it so far, but regardless, I hope this walkthrough video helped answer your questions that you may have regarding this app, or at least provided you a look at a new method of learning that may suit you well. Now keep in mind that although I had demonstrated this app in Japanese, Ling does include 60+ languages overall, so whatever language that you wish to learn, there's a great chance that you'll find it available right here. Now, if for any reason this review did not satisfy you, how about trying Ling out yourself? Now to save yourself some time, I've placed a link in the description of this video that will take you directly to where you can set up your free account and give it a try. If you wish to unlock all the features and purchase the app, at the time of filming this video, the subscription options include the following: $15 per month, $65 for the year, or $150 for a lifetime membership. Now if you have any further questions regarding this app, please feel free to comment below and I'll try to answer your questions as best I can. If you enjoyed this walkthrough of the Ling app, or are interested in learning more regarding other apps or the Japanese language itself, I would greatly appreciate it if you would like this video, subscribe to this channel, or share this review with anyone else you know who may be interested. Arigatou gozaimasu for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
もう一回言ってくれませんか?
Apparently I failed. 私の名前は